welcome to Something's Cooking with Alpa, and today we are going to make misal pav, and not just any misal pav but tandoori misal pav. So now let's begin our process. So in a big kadai, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of dry and grated coconut, and we are going to keep stirring it for the next 5 to 6 minutes on a low flame, or until the coconut turns nice and golden brown in color. Once it turns to this color, we need to add it in a blender along with about 1/8 cup of water and blend it till the time we get a very fine smooth paste. And then let's keep that paste aside to use later on. And now in the same kadai, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of oil, and don't be afraid to use oil. We are making misal. We need to add good amount of oil, and once the oil is hot, let's add half teaspoon of rye, which is mustard seeds. And once the rye starts to splutter, let's add 1/4 teaspoon of hing, which is asafoetida, 8 to 10 curry leaves, which is kadi patta, and 1.5 finely chopped big onion. And now we are just going to give it a nice mix, and we are going to let it cook for about a minute or 2. So have you clicked on the bell icon after subscribing? If not, do it right now to get an update each time I upload a new recipe, and it's totally free. After 2 minutes, guys, it's time to add 1 tablespoon of the ginger garlic paste, and let's give it a good mix. Let the ginger garlic and the onions get nicely cooked. We are going to cook it on a low to medium flame for the next 5 to 6 minutes, or until the onions turn nice and golden brown in color. And once that happens, it's time to add in 2 finely chopped big tomatoes and give everything a good mix. And guys, while we are at this stage, I'm also going to add all of the spices. So I'm going to first start with the salt. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt. This will help the onions and the tomatoes cook a little faster. And 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder for the color. It won't be very spicy. And 2 tablespoons of misal masala. Now guys, if you don't find misal masala in the area which you are at, you can always use goda masala, and if you can't find goda masala, you can always use some garam masala. 1 teaspoon of cumin coriander powder, which is dhania jeera powder. And now let's give everything a really good mix and cook for the next 3 to 4 minutes, or until the tomatoes are somewhat cooked. After about 4 minutes, it's time to add the coconut slurry which we had prepared at the beginning of this recipe, and mix that in as well. Once this is nicely mixed in, it's time for us to cook again for the next 4 to 5 minutes, or until you start seeing some oil oozing out. Look at this. After 4 minutes, everything is wonderfully cooked. The oil has started oozing out, and now it's time to give it a quick stir, just so that nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pan. And then let's add the sprouted and cooked moth beans. Now how did I get to this stage is I took half cup of moth beans, also known as matki or mut, and I soaked them overnight. And in the morning they sprouted and they became about 1.5 cup. I put this 1.5 cup in a cooker along with 5 cups of water, some salt and turmeric, and I waited till the time I heard 1 whistle. And now I'm simply adding our matki or moth beans, or you can say mut, in our kadai along with the onions and tomatoes and coconut slurry, and give it a nice stir. And guys, we are making the rasa for the misal, so you need to add a lot more water because we need to keep boiling this for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So I just added about 2 cups of more water to this. And while our rasa is boiling, let's prepare the potato sabji. So in a small kadai, I've just added 1 teaspoon of oil and 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seeds. And once the mustard seeds start to sizzle, I'm going to add a pinch of hing, which is asafoetida, followed by 6 to 7 curry leaves, which is kadi patta, 1 green chili, which I've split it into half, and half teaspoon of turmeric, which is haldi powder, and salt as per your taste. And now let's mix everything in. Once mixed, let's add 3 medium-sized boiled and mashed potatoes, and let's give that a mix as well. And let's not forget to add 1 tablespoon of fresh danya or cilantro, and now give it a good mix. And once everything is nicely mixed in, our potato sabji is ready. It is as simple as that. So now let's keep it aside. And now in a bowl, I've added some farsan, also known as namkeen, which is easily available in any of the nearby grocery stores. To that, I'm going to add a steel bowl with a hot coal in it. And then guys, I'm going to drop in a little bit of clarified butter, which is ghee, on top of it. And as soon as I do that, you'll start seeing some smoke coming out. So now let's just cover it up and keep it as it is for the next 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, guys, let's uncover the lid, and wow, look at that smoke. This is what is going to give that smoky tandoori flavor to our misal. So let's remove that steel bowl and let's move on to the next stage. Also guys, if you wish to just have normal misal, you can just simply skip this stage. And now in this steel plate, I'm going to add our mashed potato sabji, and then comes that rasa which has been boiling for the past 5 to 10 minutes. So let's quickly have a look at that. And here, look at it, our rasa is looking absolutely delicious. Look at that tari, that oil which is on top of the rasa, that is called tari, and it is looking absolutely delicious. So let's add that on top of the potato veggies. And as you can notice, I'm first adding the mat or the matki, and then we are going to sprinkle some of that tandoori farsan, and then goes the tari or the rasa. And now let's garnish it with some chopped onion pieces, some grated coconut, and some fresh danya or cilantro. And I absolutely cannot resist it. The aroma is spread all over my house, and I just have to have a bite right now. Nice and hot, nice and spicy, has that smoky flavor, that tandoori flavor. If you don't want, as I just mentioned before, you can skip that step and you get your regular misal, and oh, it is just absolutely delicious. Do let me know when you try this recipe what you think about it, whether you like the tandoori misal or the normal misal better. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Do it right now. And if you like this recipe, you're definitely going to like this one, as well as this one. So do click on these links, and I will see you very, very soon. Meanwhile, you take care. Bye bye.